Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, the taste of Bermuda.
This week on Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, we visit just outside of Tampa Bay and TPC Tampa Bay. The Par 71 golf course, which was once home to a Champions Tour event, was designed by Bobby Weed with Chichi Rodriguez as player consultant. It is everything you would expect from a TPC course under the guidance and leadership of the renowned Heritage Golf Group. We'll show you it all on Golf Destination right now. Hello and welcome to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm Grace Dyslinski. The award-winning TPC Tampa Bay is a fantastic golf property located just outside of Tampa. Craig Cliver is the general manager of TPC Tampa Bay, and we spoke to him about this wonderful golf property.
We at TPC Tampa recognize that it's an all-in-one experience. Last year in 2015, we redeveloped the entire interior of the building, put in a brand new restaurant, brought in an executive chef, enclosed our outdoor space, really invested in that part of the experience. This past year, we've invested in the golf course. So we recognize that from the moment you pull into the parking lot to the moment you leave the parking lot, it's all in one. From the food, from breakfast, from lunch, to the first hole, to the 18th hole, it's an event and it's an experience, and that's what we pride ourselves on here at TPC Tampa Bay. Our golf course here was designed by the tour, Bobby Weed, Chichi Rodriguez, 25 years ago. This is our 25th anniversary. And so a premium was put on practice facility, putting green, driving range, and then the golf course, obviously. This golf course is designed from 1 to 18. It starts friendly, start to get to know it, get the vibe, the feel of the designer. And then by the back 9, you better have your A game going, because those last 4 or 5 holes, they're pretty spectacular. Being a part of the TPC obviously is brand recognition. You know, you can go anywhere in the United States of America, and now they're starting to open up down south in Puerto Rico and some other areas. And you know that when you walk on property of a TPC property, you know the tour is played here, the tour is here. Every day we have tour members out on that driving range, whether it's the Champions Tour, whether it's the PGA Tour. They're all out there on the back of the range practicing using this facility, and you're going to know that the conditions are similar. We have 4 sets of tees for every golf level. We have water on 15 of our 18 holes, but there's always a bailout. There's always a place to hit the ball, and the golf hole is right in front of you. So you can always play the hole backwards from the green, going, okay, this is where my bailout is, this is where my trouble is, let's favor this side. It's a smart golf course, it's well designed, so for every level, women, children, men, at every age group, this golf course is perfect for them. Being a Heritage Golf Group property is very unique for us because it allows us a little bit more creativity than just being a TPC property. Our restaurant, for example, we smoke all of our own meats. All of our porks are smoked in-house. We make our own bacon. Everything is done internally, and we have the freedom to get a little bit off the rails and go, okay, this is a little bit special. It's a little bit more catered to our guest experience. The PGA Tour quality experience is obviously at a high level, and we get to kind of move that a little bit north. We feel like we're a little bit closer towards the Everest of that experience, and that's what everybody can expect when they come to TPC Tampa Bay.
Thanks, Craig. TPC Tampa Bay prides itself on the quality of the events and outings that they run. Let's learn how they'll make your event memorable.
We are very passionate about meeting with each individual client, whether it be for an after-golf banquet, whether it be for a personal birthday party, a rehearsal dinner, a wedding, and customizing every menu, customizing every aspect of the liquor that goes into the bar, the experience that they have, how many servers they want. At Quattro, we want everybody to feel like they're in charge, and you know, it's kind of cliched to say that the customer's always right, but we truly believe it. whatever event that customer is having at Quattro, that's very special for them on that day. And we want to make sure that they feel that we're putting in the same sort of drive and passion that they're experiencing when they have it.
It's at the pinnacle of experience when somebody books an event with us. We've run tour events, we know what events are all about. From the moment the guests pull up, they're going to know that they're going to have GPS in their golf carts. The golf carts are going to be detailed. They're going to have a fantastic experience at bag drop. We're going to load the bags. They're going to be on the carts waiting for them. They're going to be able to come in. If they want a quick bite before they play, it's going to be fast, hot, ready. They're going to go to that first tee. We're obviously going to recommend putting. Most people go through the warm-up process with hitting balls. Our greens are the best greens in Tampa Bay. You can ask anybody around. They will agree with that. It's not just because I work here. And if you don't work on the putting green a little bit before you go play golf, your toes are going to curl on the first 3 or 4 greens because the greens are just going to get away from you. Those putts are going to get away from you.
The golf course and the restaurant are open to the general public. We're also running full functional banquets on a daily basis almost, whether it be after golf scoring events, baby showers, weddings, rehearsal dinners. The dining room in the restaurant seats between 50 and 60. The banquet room can seat up to 100 people. That's a seated dinner. But we've hosted parties of 200 to 300 people. When you combine the restaurant, the banquet room, the environment out here, we've had a party where we've tented out the back area. If we tent out the back area behind the clubhouse here at TPC Tampa Bay, we can host up to 500 people if necessary. Our kitchen's definitely well equipped to be able to make food for that number of people. Usually our golf tournaments that we host are between 100 and 150. So that's our standard basis, what we're hosting for after golf scoring banquets. But we've hosted small weddings between 25 and 50 people, and we've hosted weddings up to 150 guests.
The majority of everybody that books their events with us renew just because it's such a high quality experience. They bring fantastic people to these events, and obviously most of these events are for raising funds, and they raise more money at a property like this than they would at a property that doesn't have such a high-end experience.
Next, we'll take a look at the front nine of TPC Tampa Bay. And we'll look at the dining options when Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues. Welcome back to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm Grace Dyslinski. TPC Tampa Bay can be played at a yardage that's comfortable for anyone. TPC Tampa Bay starts you off easily enough with a dogleg right par 4. Just don't get caught in the deep bunkers protecting the green. A mid to long iron is usually the club of choice on the second hole, which is a par 3 that is just under 200 yards. Favor the left side of the fairway on the par 4 third hole. The green is again protected by deep bunkers. The fourth hole is an over 400-yard par 4 with a lake bordering the right side of the fairway. The green is large and drops off precipitously in the rear. The fifth hole is a short par 4 that will require only a long iron or a fairway wood off the tee. This is your chance for birdie. The sixth is a short par 3 and requires you to carry a wetland to an elevated green. The first par 5 on the course is the 7th hole. Wetlands and a lagoon lurk on this hole, so play it intelligently. Favor the right side of the green. The 8th is a short par 4, which asks you to avoid the cypress head on the right side and the water hazard on the left. The green is narrow.
Number 9 is our number 1 handicap hole. It plays long. As you hit your approach, typically a longer iron if you're playing the back tees or the blue tees even, typically plays into the wind. You're gonna have a long approach shot, and it's a very narrow green front to back. So if you, again, don't hit the right iron on your approach to the green, you can find some trouble.
We're now at the turn, so let's find out what's on the menu, not only on the course, but at your function or event.
We take our brisket, we season it overnight, and then what we do is we slice our brisket thick, and then we're gonna sear it on the flat top, douse it in our homemade barbecue sauce, and serve it on a homemade Martin's potato roll. At Quattro, within the first probably 2 months, we probably went through 4 menu incarnations. And basically it was playing around, finding out what the golfers liked, finding out what people in the area liked. This area has a lot of families and a lot of neighborhoods, so catering to that family is very important. We like to make the food that we as a staff and we as a community would like to eat. We smoke all of our own meats, we brine all of our meats, we make our own bacon. We use as much local product as possible. All of our grouper that we use in the restaurant is a local fresh catch. It's a red grouper. We cut it into 5-ounce portions. Obviously, all of our customers for the grouper Reuben can have their grouper grilled or fried if they want it. We serve it traditionally blackened. At Quattro, we're really lucky. I mean, in 45 minutes, we can drive out into the beach, and in an hour, we can go out and be in the exact location that we catch fresh grouper that we use in the restaurant. Shrimp, snapper, the tuna sometimes that we get. We have some really nice local flavors and local ingredients that we take advantage of in the restaurant. Every chicken piccata gets 2 portions, so 10 total ounces of chicken. It's dredged in our house-seasoned flour, pan-seared. We're gonna finish that in the oven as well so we don't get this chicken too crisp. It's gonna get served on top of a bed of cauliflower mash, topped with a lemon butter sauce. I love cooking. Everybody on the staff loves cooking, and everybody that we work with here loves their environment, loves what they do. And I really think that that reflects in not only the service of the restaurant, but the menu. There's a lot of love and a lot of passion. So we take fresh cauliflower, break it into florets, blanch it, take it out, mix it with cream, garlic, a little bit of salt and pepper, whip it up, make a cauliflower mash. While at Quattro, we're trying to keep it seasonal. We had a chili that we had during last winter. We kind of stopped it during the summer. I don't think guys coming off the golf course or ladies coming off the golf course are gonna want hot soups and chilies in the middle of July in Florida. So we used a lot more fresh ingredients, more citrus in our menus during the summer. We just made a new menu switch at Quattro in November. Before that, we had switched over in May, so we're trying to do it 2 or 3 times a year, depending on the season and depending on what's available. I want people in the community feeling open and available, that they can come in and spend their time here with their family, but most importantly also tell us what they like, what they don't like, so that we can make changes to serve them better. Those are 3 of our more popular dishes. We also serve delicious steak sandwich and wings, smoke our own barbecue pork. We've won some awards for all 3 of those dishes as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching us make some of our more popular dishes here at Quattro Restaurant Bar.
Up next, we go to the back 9 at TPC Tampa Bay. And we get some instruction at the practice facility when Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues.
This segment of Golf Destination is brought to you by Delta. Keep climbing.
Welcome back, I'm Grace Dyslinski. Now let's take a look at the back 9 at TPC Tampa Bay. Don't grip the club too tight when standing on the tee at the par 4 10th hole. Out of bounds is left, while water stretches down the right. Sacrifice club distance with accuracy. Mid-iron accuracy on the par 3 11th hole will leave you a good opportunity for birdie. The 12th is a reachable par 5 that measures just under 500 yards. Just avoid the bunker in the fairway and the water guarding the right side of the hole. Go for broke. The 13th is a short par 4, but the approach is to the most elevated green on the golf course. Choose your club wisely. You will need 3 good shots on the par 5 14th. 2 good shots avoiding the bunkers will leave you a short iron to a narrow green.
Hole number 15, a dogleg left par 4. It's our number 2 handicap hole, kind of our signature hole as well from when we had the Champions Tour event back in the day. A lot of the tournaments were decided on that hole.
Don't be too far right on the par 4 16th hole, as you will be blocked out by a cypress head. The 17th is a par 3 that is just under 200 yards. The green is large at over 11,000 square feet. The water hazard swallows a lot of the miss-hit shots.
Hole number 18 behind me is also one of our signature holes. A lot of history on that hole coming down the stretch in the final round of the Outback. John Cook, Tom Watson, years when they did win it, did hit it in the water on their approach, 7-8 irons. However, they did win in the playoff to claim the Outback title here.
The practice facility at TPC Tampa Bay is fantastic. Let's get a tip from one of their professionals.
Hi, I'm Donnie Coleman here at TPC Tampa Bay with a great drill to help your lag putting. What you want to do, take the golf ball, take a coin, any pocket change, dime, I got a penny here, heads and tails. So what you want to do, put the penny down, put the golf ball on top of the penny. This way, it's not just a flip of the coin to get your distance control. The goal is to hit the putt and you don't look up until you see if that coin is heads or tails. So what we'll do here, get over the ball, line it up, make sure that we're not able to look up until we see that if it's tails or heads, and that'll help your putting and your roll today to take your game to the next level. So the next time you have that lag putt, don't make it a flip of the coin, whether it's a 2-putt or 3-putt. Use this drill. I'm Donnie Coleman, TPC Tampa Bay.
Next, we'll look at the vital statistics of TPC Tampa Bay when Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues. Welcome back to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm Grace Dyslinski. Any day that you can call a TPC course home is a good day.
The golfer that's going to play well here is somebody that's going to be very cognizant, hitting accurate shots. Our greens are where we find a lot of the golfers, if they're going to struggle, if they miss a green, trying to get up and down to save par, birdie, whatever it might be, that is where the golfer is going to struggle the most. Fairly generous off the tee. 15 out of 18 holes do have water, so that comes into play as well. But again, the green complex is a lot of undulating greens. A lot of our greens have different tiers to them, so if you're not on the right tier of the green on your approach shot, that can lead to trouble. We did host a Champions Tour event for 21 straight years. We always hear great comments about the consistency of the greens, the green speeds and overall health of the greens day to day throughout the year.
Pin placements are key because for tournaments, they might be tucked in corners or on slopes and so forth, but for regular daily play, we try to put them in easier spots. These greens are really challenging with undulations, so some greens, because they're smaller, are difficult regardless of where you put the pin out. Most comments I get here at TPC Tampa Bay is at how consistent we are. The golf course always plays the same depending what we're trying to do. So most of our members like coming here because the greens are always consistent with speeds at 10.5 to 11.5 depending on what we're doing. Everything's always mowed and groomed and detailed.
We get a lot of good reviews. Again, a lot of it comes down to the golf course, the history that we have. Also, our Jason Kubel, our superintendent, does a great job, again, going back to the greens. I think that's one of the best parts of our golf course, along with the history, keeping the greens consistent year-round. We also have a great restaurant. We also have an award-winning golf shop where we've won numerous merchandising awards, as well as our practice facility has won top range in the public category for the last 3 years.
Now let's take a look at the vital statistics at TPC Tampa Bay. From the tips, the course measures nearly 6,900 yards with a 74.2 rating and 140 slope. The blue tees are a 72.1 rating and 136 slope that is played at just over 6,600 yards. The green tees are a 70.4 rating with 131 slope of just over 6,300 yards. The white tees are a 69 rating with 126 slope and just over 6,000 yards. The red tees offer a challenge of 4,990 yards with a 69.2 rating and 117 slope. With 5 sets of tees, just choose the right set for an enjoyable round of golf. For more information, call 866-PLAY-TPC or visit tpctampabay.com. To learn more about Golf Destination, it's simple. Just visit our social media pages on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Golf Destination. For the most up-to-date airings information, visit golfdestination.tv. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I'm Grace Dyslinski, and this is golfdestination.tv, presented by Goslings of Bermuda.
Golf Destination is brought to you by Goslings of Bermuda, The Preserve in Wyoming, Rhode Island, Link Soul, make par, not war, the Abaco Club, barefoot luxury in the Bahamas, Avidia Bank, 47 Brand, Delta, keep climbing.